The pilot said goodnight. Then he turned left. Military radar caught that turn. Sharp, deliberate, impossible. Hours later, Inmarsat satellites picked up automated pings. The plane was still flying, heading south, into the void. No distress call, no debris field, just ocean and questions. The plane vanished without triggering any known safety protocol. How does a Boeing 777 disappear from radar, fly for hours, and leave no trace? Standard physics offers no answer. 239 people, gone, not crashed, not landed, erased, as if the flight never existed beyond that final handshake. That sharp left turn wasn't turbulence or error. It was programmed, intentional, as if someone redirected the flight path with precision. After the turn, the plane flew on. For 7 hours. No communication, no course correction, just automated pings in the dark. Every hour, the plane's software pinged the satellite. A digital heartbeat, proof it was still flying, still intact, still going south. No distress call suggests catastrophe was instant, or suppression was total. Either way, the crew had no chance to warn the world. Weeks of searching, sonar sweeps, submarine drones. Nothing, not a seat cushion, not a life vest. The ocean revealed no wreckage. A plane cannot vanish, fly for hours undetected, and leave no trace without violating known laws of aerodynamics, radar detection, and debris dispersion. What we know defies what we understand. The gap between evidence and explanation grows wider with every silent hour the plane flew. 239 people are not statistics. They are the reason this mystery refuses to fade. Their absence is the only evidence left. The Boeing 777 was called triple redundant. 3 backups for every critical system. Statistically, it should never fail completely. The odds of all systems failing at once were less than 1 in a billion flights. Yet it happened. Physics and probability seemed broken. Captain Zahari Shah had 18,000 flight hours. First Officer Farik Abdul Hamid was transitioning to 777 Command. Both had impeccable safety records. Investigators checked backgrounds thoroughly. No ties to extremist groups. No financial distress. No behavioral red flags. Just routine professionals. By the way, if you like this discussion, don't forget to subscribe. There are many more interesting topics coming up. Lightbulb. 239 souls boarded. From 15 nations. Engineers, families, students, retirees. A microcosm of humanity united by one destination. Beijing, March 8, 2014. Meteorological reports showed perfect visibility. No storms, no turbulence, 0 weather-related threats along the planned route. Radar and satellite data confirmed. No lightning, no wind shear, no icing conditions. The aircraft flew into nothing that should endanger it. Everything pointed to a routine flight, redundancy, veteran crew, harmless weather. Yet in less than an hour, it vanished from all known reality. The transponder stopped. Communications ceased. The aircraft turned sharply left. No mayday, no distress signal. Just silence where voices should be. Where did it go? How could a modern jet disappear without trace? The background checks out. The machine was flawless. So why did physics fail? Inmarsat satellite pings became the only witness. Each burst held a hidden Doppler shift. This tiny frequency change revealed the plane's true direction. Scientists calculated the plane's speed and altitude from those pings. The math pointed not north, but deep into the southern Indian Ocean. Hope shifted thousands of miles. For weeks, ships and planes combed the South China Sea. Radar data suggested a turn west, but officials clung to the last known position. Resources wasted. Valuable time drifted by. The real search zone lay cold and unexplored. Each day without data made the trail fainter. Pressure mounted on investigators. Then, a wing fragment washed ashore on Réunion Island. Barnacles clung to its trailing edge. It was the first undeniable proof. The plane had hit water. Scientists studied the barnacles. Their growth patterns indicated months submerged. The flaperon had floated far. Driven by currents, confirmed the southern route. More pieces emerged. Mozambique, Madagascar, Tanzania, each followed the prevailing currents. The trail formed a grim arc across the ocean. Hope turned to recovery. Yet the debris field defied logic. It lay northeast of the predicted impact zone. Currents alone couldn't explain the drift. Something else influenced the fall. If the plane glided until fuel exhaustion, debris would concentrate. Instead, it spread widely. This suggested a chaotic, uncontrolled descent. The final moments were violent. The seventh arc complicates pinpointing the wreckage. Search areas must expand northeast. The ocean floor there is rugged and unmapped. Finding the main body grows harder. New underwater drones and sonar tech now scan deeper. Each pass covers more ground. The flaperon proved the ocean keeps its secrets. But time and pressure erode them. Salt, pressure, and darkness work against recovery. Small fragments survive. The fuselage may not. The seventh arc remains a critical, unresolved variable in the hunt. Was it a last-second maneuver? A structural failure? The arc challenges every assumption about the end. It keeps investigators questioning the final flight path. Answers await in the crushing dark. The flaperon spoke. The seventh arc listens. Until the main wreckage is found, the ocean holds the final chapter. The phantom route known as Captain Zahari remains a deeply unsettling mystery for aviation historians. It suggests an impossible deviation from established flight paths and documented navigational data. Investigators grapple with the possibility that this route was not an accident, but a meticulously planned deception. The coincidence of the flight path demands closer scrutiny from those who study aviation anomalies. Some theorists propose that the Zahari route is not a coincidence, but rather a deliberate signal or a calculated test of system vulnerabilities. This shifts the focus from error to intent. The cyber hijack hypothesis introduces a terrifying new dimension to the investigation. Could an entire modern airliner be remotely seized and piloted by unseen digital forces? This concept challenges our understanding of physical security. The physical evidence remains frustratingly absent, suggesting a level of operational stealth beyond conventional understanding. The lack of wreckage implies either total destruction or an orchestrated disappearance into the unknown. Turning to the cargo, the manifest reveals a collection of highly unusual items. Lithium batteries and mangosteens were noted in the records, hinting at clandestine activities beyond standard commercial transport. These specific items suggest a carefully concealed agenda, moving the narrative away from simple mechanical failure toward geopolitical intrigue. The nature of this cargo remains deliberately obscured by official reports. The legacy of this disappearance forced a complete rewriting of global aviation tracking standards. The failure exposed critical flaws in the systems designed to monitor and protect modern air travel. The sheer scale of this mystery underscores the fragility of seemingly infallible technological systems. How could such a massive failure occur without any traceable distress signal or physical remnants left behind? The investigation into the disappearance became a profound study in human speculation. It forced observers to confront the limits of scientific explanation when faced with inexplicable events. The intersection of advanced physics and human error defines this haunting narrative. It explores how the smallest variables can lead to catastrophic, irreversible outcomes in the vastness of space. Ultimately, the vanishing flight serves as a perpetual reminder of unseen forces operating beyond our immediate perception. It leaves behind questions that echo across the silent expanse of the world. Hi there! If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Smiling Face with Smiling Eyes Part 2 is dropping tomorrow. Subscribe for notifications. Loudspeaker.